The snow and ice on the city streets are melting away, revealing those huge potholes. We talk about this all the time. It's a problem after every rough winter.
And it's especially bad in Hoboken this year, so the city is employing a new weapon. It's called the Pothole Killer. News 4's John Chandler took a ride with the Pothole Killer today.
Chuck and Sabila, I'm standing here on Washington Street, which one resident tells me has often been undrivable. Well, look, potholes are about as winter here in Hoboken as ice and snow, and fixing them has been something of a drag over the years. But this winter, the city feels it's found a solution to save money, time, and maybe even a blown tire or two. In Hoboken, potholes are a problem.
It's a bumpy ride.
An epidemic.
It takes a toll on your car for sure.
A way of life, even if you're not behind the wheel.
I wouldn't say driving, maybe running. You know, it's
that bad.
Yeah, it becomes a challenge. So sometimes it's good to use it as an obstacle course.
Leo Pellegrini is a lifelong resident who'd had enough. He's also Hoboken's Environmental Services Director, and after last winter decided the old way of fixing potholes was the root of the issue.
We knew after the snow season we were going to have the same problems as we did last year, so want to be proactive and come up with a better solution than we had last year.
So meet the Pothole Killer. Yes, that's actually its name.
There's no other application out there that I've seen that could duplicate this.
Which explains why operator Donnie Harris is in such demand.
Basically the weight of the traffic packs it down.
He's already moved on to another pothole. It takes about 90 seconds.
Yeah, 90 seconds.
Not all the streets here in Hoboken are bad. It's Madison, which has been recently repaved. As I make a left on the 6th Street, it gets a little bit bumpy. The side streets in particular here in Hoboken have been a pretty rough ride most of this winter. Emphasis on rough. Over 2 days in January and 2 more in March, this one-man crew fills 200 potholes a day, a far more efficient pace than the 5-man crew, which only managed 50 a day at nearly 3 times the cost.
We certainly need that because Hoboken is pretty bad.
And with those old 5-man crews that used to fill up those holes, they would apply a cold patch in the winter, but that would then have to be refilled by the spring. Well, this new way, it'll last much longer, allowing the Pothole Killer to come back this spring and repave as many as 50 city blocks here in Hoboken. So a very efficient plan they've got. As for those 5 teams of workers, they will still have jobs. The city tells me there's a pretty long to-do list here for them to attack. Live in Hoboken on Washington Street, I'm John Chandler, News 4 New York.